of the morning. Chill out Frosty here today. Today I'll be talking about, the end of the year and everything that's been happening so far. So I'm gonna get started. So, I've graduated a couple days ago when I did my, my graffiti in the bathroom story. I explained that I haven't graduated. I just graduated from my primary school, and I'm very happy. Oh my goodness, stop fooling. Yeah, and so I'm looking forward to next year and all the because I'm going to high school. I won't be uploading as frequently as I am now. I will try to upload it every now and again. And yeah, thanks for listening to this segment, and I hope you enjoy the video. So, I'll be talking about a lockdown story this time. Pretty freaky having a lockdown, especially in a primary school. It's not very, good, but it wasn't a major one. We had 2 lockdowns in, about 2013, 2012. Actually, yeah, it was 2013. And one of them was this animal got into the school. It was a dog. It was a medium-sized dog that got into the school, and they didn't know if it was like stray or anything, and so they locked down the school and that, and everyone had to stay in their classrooms because we had different codes. Actually, no, codes were introduced this year. It was just like, there's a set over the loudspeaker. There's just a dog. Just don't worry, continue teaching and all that. We were fine. But a couple weeks, pretty sure it was like 2 terms after this, was term 1, but term 3 to term 4, they set down a lockdown because there was a man in the office who was screaming and going mental at the staff, and it was pretty freaky because we didn't know what was going on. They said it was a practice, just because it may scare us. And I was away that day, and my friends were like, that there was like a lockdown and that. There was a lockdown at school. I'm like, wait, what's a lockdown? And then they're like, remember when we all had to stay in the classroom because of the dog thing? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, what happened? And then they explained it to us. There was a man that was in the office screaming and shouting, demanding his children, and they couldn't give it to him because, they didn't give proper thing and all that. This was before our school got our new principal, who's like mega over safety-ness. And now we have like these codes. So there's like code green, I think, which means it's like an animal, and then code black, which means this is an armed man or woman or person with a weapon. And yeah, so you gotta keep ourselves locked in there. But really, it's quite freaky having a lockdown, because you never know what could happen. And so we've got like these 3 classrooms. We've got classroom 1, 2, and 3. Everyone has to go into 2, and they have to close the blinds and all that, and the shutters and the door, and we have to hide like in like behind stuff and in rooms and all that. And then we got to wait for the all clear, and then they have to call every single classroom saying that it's all clear, continue teaching and all that. Or they announce over the loudspeaker, lockdown's over. But sometimes we'd have practice ones randomly, and the bell is so loud, it's so scary. Like, like the air raid sirens, it's like that, but like super high pitched, and it scares you, and it goes on for like so long. It keeps going whoom, 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 like that, and it's freaky. And they don't tell us when we're doing it. It's just because, it's practice, just in case there's a real one or something. And if there was a real one, they wouldn't tell us. Well, they would. They say code black or code whatever. And yeah, lockdowns are pretty freaky. Yeah. Well, I am trying to hit at least 90 subscribers before the end of the year. So if you don't mind smashing subscribe and liking the video, maybe share it, turn on post notifications, and yeah, hope to see you in the next one.